can't, budget-wise, that's not physically responsible to go around pumping people
Correct.
if they don't actually need
Well, if
pumping.
they're here once or twice a year, they could go 20 years instead of 5 years.
Yeah, but how do we judge that? And yet you still don't want to have one go over time and then back up and cause trouble.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely, there are numerous instances where people go, something's weird. And luckily, Bob has good working relations with our contractors, and they get out within 24 hours most of the time. So,
the problem is.
yeah. None of them have turned into...
Our ordinances say that residential, they get a free every 5 years.
Yeah.
And if it's more than that, then I explain and we can get out there. But if you may be charged extra for that.
Speaking of the charge, so we put the, like once every 5 years if needed.
Yeah.
If needed, the customer would contact us now. I don't know.
Well, the
You don't
customer
wanna
gets
say,
it
okay,
again
every 5 years.
once every 5 years.
No,
Go through and be nice to check them all, but
Well, I can certainly update the website with a little more information on that. That's definitely not a bad idea, so I'll make a note to elaborate maybe under the frequently asked questions page.
I do fear going in and upsetting things that haven't been disturbed and then we create them.
Yeah, and I don't want...
This is their, people expect service, they're paying a bill, reasonable should be expected by this.
Yeah, and the situation at Ralph's doesn't mean either that, what we discover at Ralph, and we're using Ralph's as we're aware of a problem and we need to investigate fully to create a game plan. But even with what we find, that doesn't mean that we're just going to lose our heads and run around and start spending money left and right, ripping tanks out that are functioning fine for us right now. It just means that we have the knowledge to create a game plan, to have something researched, to find a way. We're not panicking. We have one issue that we're going to handle and investigate fully, and it may go slow, but I'm definitely going to keep annoying people.
Carrying forward right now with item 1, right now we're at the point we need their structural engineer. We need them to, who's structural engineer?
KD&T.
To
That's proposed, yeah.
What they said they were going to do.
Correct. Now,
And then we're having,
if I were to expect somebody to give something in their favor,
You don't think we could better off having an independent structural engineer do the inspection?
I think it would be quicker at this point.
Well, I'm just,
Well, that'd be a thing if they
It's a
can't get it done in a reasonable time, we're gonna do it and charge them for it.
Yeah, I think that would, the initial discussion with them was that they would have a structural engineer look at it. Ben and I were talking about it, and we were like, well, obviously, we need to have someone in our corner to review it as well. We can't just be like, oh.
Well, if they come
So
up
then-
with some Yahoo who's not a structural engineer, well, sure.
Yeah,
But if they come up with, Wacom or JUB or, somebody of substance who's a PE and license, like, okay, and they come up with a reasonable solution.
yeah,
But that's in their court right now, and they need to hold their feet to the fire on
yeah,
that.
certainly.
Then the public ask a question. Or does that have to wait a couple minutes?
yeah, I'll accept the question. Yeah, a quick question, we don't want to go into a big debate.
Yeah, no, it's something that would help us, but looking at the expenditures, there are a number of questionable KG&T billings. And if we're gonna go to IPRIM with one issue, maybe we should look at combining all issues. And so we take it as one, because I feel like the sounds of it and from the looks of it, KG&T has been taking advantage of us small counters and getting away with it. And I could cite a specific example, which is up on Duwamish, the people who KG&T showed up to put in a riser. There was no contact with that customer. They came down with a gun because they didn't know who the heck was on their property. Sent them away. We got billed $550. Then KG&T made contact. They went back, installed stuff, left, but they never rehooked up the wires and had to go back a third time to those homes on Duwamish, and we got billed for that. while those people were showering down at the marina because things weren't hooked up properly. So we shouldn't be paying for their bad work, and if there are a group of things, we should look at that group of things.
We'll keep that into the mix.
And that's another issue, then just getting reimbursed by insurance.
Well, it's not insurance, I don't know if it's
Well,
insurance.
I-
It's for things when they get broken, and I crimp is an insurance company. You know, you crash your car, you call your insurance company. This is not a car crash. This is questionable quality of work. Much more of a business practice. We need to pursue it with them and get them squared away. And
Because something's been modified, does not mean that it's.
no, but they didn't follow through on the rights. You can't just go cut something.
There are better ways of doing things now than there probably were then. There's across the board, there's like AEQ, they have new rules about protecting the better. But they can't enforce those new rules against somebody that they approve of road rules unless there's an imminent danger of harm to the public and the environment.
You know, something like
They
this.
don't have to be in those things.
I mean, I don't go cutting a hole in my wall if I have a stud wall, unless I know what the stud is, right? Well, in this case, they could have identified where the rebar was with a metal finder and said, okay, we're going to put it over here so we don't disturb anything.
They
But
couldn't list
instead, they just started whacking.
Yeah, this one, the rebar is spaced even, like, you can see right where it's spaced even all over this way and all over this way. There's no place, at least in the area they work in, that you can see where it's got a hole without hitting rebar.
At least don't cut one. It barely nicked one, so it could be moved over with. Or made a round hole.
Probably more than just where they couldn't see the end.
So can I say for item 1, we are going to be bringing this up for conversation, probably continuing going forward in our meetings, being updated on this. We need to, yes, hold the KG&T's feet to the fire, and we want to have Keller do our engineer. That is an item unto itself. That if we were going to give an engineer, it's not included with everything else. This would be one specific item. We'd be wanting somebody to verify, wouldn't we?
Well, I want to see their thing first. They committed to it, let them do it. Then we'll have complete
And like you said, some reputable engineering firm that takes care of it, and that's all we need.
Yeah, I'll just keep being annoying and I'll update you guys at the 21st meeting. You guys can tell me what you'd like me to do after that.
Perfect.
Excellent. Okay. Item 1, complete, Jesse. I can go on to 2.
The board.